I'll be doing some practice tests for intermediate grade SQL queries, and we have to have 5 challenges. So let's start. Thank you for poking back. So it says here that which placeholders are used with like SQL queries are SQL or SQL is short for structured query language. So it is used in data analysis. If we have to extract data, using SQL is very useful for so it says here which placeholders are used with like. Okay, so it says which of the following, this is just a practice test. It's the following aggregate functions that does not ignore null values. Does not ignore null values. I think it's the average. Why? Okay. Baliktad. Hi, hello, Cherry. Thank you. complete the code to return the output. Name from companies. Your name. Like this. Which of the following aggregate functions does not ignore null values? Yung kanina. So, sinagot ko kanina is average, which is mali kasi baliktad. Average, hindi pwede kasi average, pag null, average is nagdi-divide siya. So, hindi ka pwedeng mag-divide by 0. So, hindi nga pwedeng average. Then, itong sagot, count. Then, complete the code to return the output. Select. Okay, okay. Hindi ko binasa instructions. Non-missing death dates pala. Okay. Grabe naman. Ngayon ko pala magla-lunch. Hapunan na. Ang aga mong gumising ka tapos ano ka niyan, tawag dito? Baka ulcer ka. Ano to? Okay lang mag-stream pero huwag ka mag-i-skip ng lunch. Or wag ka mag-i-skip ng meal. Actually, kanina, dapat magla-log out ako, tapos magla-log in ako ng other account. Kaso nakalimutan ko. Ano ba yan? Tapos ka nang stream. Count function. Actually, my error there was I was not reading the entire instruction. So how does order by sort the column of text values by default? By default, it's alphabetically from A to Z. This is the default of order by. Okay. Then complete the code to return the output. I'll just see if I want to offer promotion for your channel. Viewers, followers, chatbots. The price is lower than it. My viewer on the other channel is offering promotion. Okay. Go to thehype.com. Okay, thank you, but I don't need. Okay, let's continue. Okay. You're offering promotions. Complete the code to return the output. Select count. Select count. Founding year. From companies where founding year is less than 2015. So, how would you count all the unique birthdays in the people table? Unique, distinct. Birthdays. So distinct birthdays. Yes. Then which of the following should be used to terminate a SQL query? To terminate a SQL query, we're gonna use the semicolon. Okay. Then how would you find the number of records in the people with none missing? So previously my answer was wrong before because I just read the complete the code to return the output, and I saw the returned answer was count, so I selected count asterisk. But the question here was how would you find the number of records in people? This is the people table with none missing that dates. So should be none missing. Should be counted. Okay. And another set of practice. I thank you again, Miss Ja. Then get the movies with the budget over $2 million. So complete the code to return the output. So to give you an idea what is this I'm doing, it's part of a data analysis. Data analysis is how do we derive data. For example, within this app, how do we derive how many users are logged in, how many users are streaming, and how do we get the insights, the dashboard. So to gather all those information, we're analyzing the data. Hi, hello, Christy Cathy. Thank you for the snack. So that's the use of data analysis. And I'm still working on this course to be able to get a certification. Thank you, hello. And complete the code to return the output. Select title budget from films where budget is greater than. I think all the records here are, wait, let's count on the 20 million. 2031, so should be greater than. Okay. Complete the code to return the output. Select release here. Thank you for liking the stream. Complete the code to return the output. Select release here, count, asterisk from films. Okay, let's see the options. This is just a practice test because I've already I'm finished with the intermediate SQL query course. So I'm just doing the practice test, practice sets. So release here, wait, complete the code. So first, release here and count asterisk, so release here. Then the output here is release here and count. Then from films, next is group by order by. Okay, group by, and then group by release here. Then order by. Thank you for the. Then order by budget. First. Ano ang budget dito? Wait. Complete the code to return the output. Select release here, count asterisk. Okay, from films, order group by release here, order by. There's no budget here, so it should be count asterisk. Okay. Then select the code to return the output. Output is here, this here. Then what is asked is the code to return the output above. Then select. Syempre hindi na ito kasi ang output niya release here, so ito dapat select release here. Pero from films limit 5. So this is just the possible answer here, because the first option returns the column for the title, then the third option returns the column for the title and the release year. But the output here only displays the release year. So this is just the possible answer. Okay. Then, what does the sum function return? The result of adding up the numeric values in a row. The result of adding up the numeric values in a column. The row is the record, whereas when we are filtering data, usually it is the column and adding up data or whatever. The result of adding up the numeric values in a table, it's in a column. Then select the code to return the output. The output is language and count. So we have to check on the options. Once again, the first option is not valid because it selects the leisure and the count asterisk, but the output should be language. So the second the second one parang ang dali naman ito. Usually kasi sa mga previous exercises or previous topics, medyo tricky. You have to analyze the data because somehow parang pare-parehas na tama yung sagot. Pero itong case na to, medyo obvious na isa lang yung tama kasi the output here is the language and the count. Pero yung options, isa lang yung pumapasok. So, ito lang second option lang ang tama. Okay. Okay, so I guess I have to go back to the dashboard. I'll be back to data analysis in SQL, Postgres, quick SQL. Sorry. Ito medyo mahirap kasi masyadong mabilis yung timer. Pero sige, try natin. Assessment. Mahirap kasi 1.5 minutes. Okay. So the food table gives nutritional information about various items served in a restaurant. Return the item, energy, and protein columns ordered by protein so that high protein foods appear first. So the result should be select item, energy, and protein from food order by protein. Or maybe I forgot the semicolon. Then the food table gives nutritional information about various. Okay, complete the code. Next question. Return the names of the artist whose nationality is American. Then select name from artist. Where nationality. Okay, I really forget for the first question, I really forgot the semicolon. Okay. Then next question. Return the names of British, South African, and Mexican artists contained in the artist table. Return the names of British name. So your nationality. For the nationality in for the nationality. Wait, I forgot. I forgot the function. Na blanco. Ano to eh? Kalimutan ko yung function. Parang nandoon sa selection na yun. Hindi. In for the nationality in. Hindi. Okay, oh sorry. Which artists have popularity values of 98? Select count asterisk from artists where popularity values naman. Hi, hello, Bastardo, thank you. Then, wait. Which artists have popularity value of 98? Select count asterisk from asterisk where... okay, next question. Then, the two tables, wine region and pairing, contain information on wines served in a restaurant and their corresponding food pairing. Using the information below, join the tables to find the pairing that goes with each wine and the price of the wine. So, using the information below, join the tables. So, to join, we have to use the ID of the wine region and link it with the wine ID on the pairing table. So, select W style, W price, P item, from wine region as W, inner joining pairing as P. Okay. W dot ID as P dot wine ID. I hope this is correct. Okay. Pairing as P. Where A, wait, A, W should be W ID, and submit. W ID equals P the wine underscore ID. Then, Return the first four values in all the columns of the artist table. Then, complete the code to return the output. Ang hirap dito kasi yung 60 seconds. The first four, all the record, we have to select asterisk from artist order by ID. The first four, D4. Okay. I hope it's correct. So to return all the values, we have to select asterisk. Then to limit. To get the first four, limit. The music research department has asked you to identify the 10 loudest songs. Use a join to extract the requested data using aliases T for tracks and F for features. So complete the code to return the output. Select T name for tracks, F loudness from tracks as T and tracks alias as T. Inner join. Ako mahina sa inner join. Inner join. Features as F. I hope it's correct. By loudness. From tracks as T as the inner joins features as F. Then thank you Miss Jack, and thank you Bastardo for the book back. Thank you Miss Jack for the snacks. Determine the total number of songs in the tracks where table. From the tracks table where the duration in milliseconds is above 100,000 milliseconds. So determine the total number of songs. To determine the total number of songs, select as long songs. From tracks were the duration millisecond is wait why bakit na enter? Hindi pa ako tapos. Or siguro natapos yung oras. Okay. Return the rows from the artist table where there are missing values for the nationality column. Select asterisk from artist. So where missing values, where nationality is null. Order by, so to get the missing values, we have to use is null for the nationality column. Thank you for the snacks, Mr. Ardo. Then, okay. Sort artist by the number of followers from the biggest to smallest, choosing the artist table. Sort artist by the number of followers. So select name followers from artists were followers. Then sort artists by the number of followers were smallest. So they order by from followers order by okay, that's the default. Smallest. Okay. Then the order details table has a price item column that indicates the unit price of the product ordered. Create a new categorical variable cost level that groups the prices in three bins, low, medium, and high. Ang hirap kasi ang iksi ng time limit, katas binabasa ko pa lang. hindi ko pa na-absorb yung tanong. Tapos agad yung time. Okay. Complete the code to return the output. Select order number, product code, item price. So the question here is create a categorical variable, cost level, that groups the prices into. Select order number, product code, price, item. Hindi ko masyadong maintindihan ang tanong. Ang expected output is sobrang bilis ng time limit niya. Find the rating for each TV show's title. So, TV show and rating. Complete the code to return the output. Output should be title and rating. Select title, rating from TV shows. From TV shows ST. Okay, inner join rating. As are where, wait, what's the link? Find the rating for each TV show's title. The link is the ID of the TV show and the show ID of the ratings. So where T.ID equals R.show_ID. Wait, show. Okay, submit answer. T.ID equals R.show.ID. Then count the number of times each artist ID appears in the tracks table. Count the number of times. So count complete the code to return the output. Select artist ID. Select artist ID. count. From tracks. From tracks. Maintindihan ng tanong. Count the number of times. Hindi kinount mo na. From tracks. Bakit meron pang ganito? Okay. Calculate the average energy of songs. Ano ba ito? As average energy from features. Okay. Average energy as average energy from features. The next question. %71. Pero ang problema kasi 71%. Ang problema, masyadong mabilis yung timer before mo ma-analyze yung question. Medyo okay, I have to review para maintindihan ko ano yung mga hindi ko na intindihan. Okay. So, yung sa una, I think mali dahil nakalimutan ko ilagay yung terminate a query. We have to use the semicolon. But actually, in real life, magrara naman siya kahit wala yun. Kaya lang, siguro kasi parang sa standard coding standard ng SQL, dapat meron siya. Meron siyang semicolon at the end. Pero magra-run siya actually kahit wala. May mga SQL flavors kasi iba-iba rin ang ano eh. Merong Microsoft SQL, merong MySQL. So iba-iba, pero by standard, it should always have a semicolon at the end. Kaya lang nakalimutan ko talaga kanina, na-submit ko pa. Okay. So, yun yung una kong mali. Then, I guess may mga questions na. Hello, thank you. May mga questions na hindi ko pa na-analyze. Hindi ko pa na-analyze yung question. Tapos na yung 1 minute or 1.5 minute. Okay, so medium difficulty. Adding to existing data. Query the name, versions, dance level of songs contained within the all tracks and song features table. Then it says here that the song ID and version together form a unique identifier. So the song ID and the version from the all tracks table and the song features table. Then the question, we have to query the song, version, and dance level. So query the song. The song is the name, the title of the song. The column is labeled as name. Then version and dance level. The dance level is from the song features table. Then from all tracks as T. So the all tracks table is aliased as T and inner joined with song features as F. Song features is aliased then as F. On okay. So, the missing line is where to join the data on all tracks and song features. Ganun pala yun. Actually, hindi ko alam. Kasi hindi ko pa tapos yung entire course. Naiinit na ako. Kaya, iniskip ko siya. Tinry ko kung papasa na ako sa assessment. So, meron pa pala. So, on T song ID equals F, that song ID and T version. Inner join song features. 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 Inner join. Pag nag-echo. Ay, hello, thank you for snacks again, Bastardo. Nagduduha ng mata ko. Actually, with the lessons here, I'm finding it, as I've said before, I'm finding it redundant. I guess, because if you are using if you are coding, you should have alternative ways to gather the data you want. And I'm finding this course rather redundant. Actually, parang para sa akin, merong mas simpler way to gather the data. Medyo, yun nga, redundant para sa akin tong way ng inner join. Kasi sanay ako na puro select query, then naka-alias from work, tapos just comparing the columns from different tables. Kaso, ito kasi sobrang redundant kaya nakakalito. Kaya minsan I've seen an online marketing on data analysis, and it says there that hindi daw kailangan masyado ng math prerequisites. Pero I guess, although hindi ako masyadong agree kasi siguro more on analysis and logic. Pero to be able to do that, medyo kailangan may foundation ka ng, although anong tawag dito? Usually naman, mga arithmetic ng math. Di mo naman kailangan siguro yung mga calculus, trigonometry. Pero, kailangan mo pa rin na yung logic mo or yung analysis mo medyo kasi nga, nakakalito siya. So, kasi may nakita akong ads na usual nating nakikita ngayon na hindi ganun nga sabi, hindi daw kailangan Pero para sa akin, kailangan meron ka pa ring basic para prerequisite pa din siya. Ito yung na-miss ko, yung on all tracks and song pictures. Kasi nga, hindi ako masyadong sanay gumagamit ng inner join. Although, syempre, nadaanan yan dun sa lessons na tinake ko. Kaya lang, yun. Anyway, proceed. Next question. Next incorrect answer. The food table gives nutritional value about various items served in a restaurant. Medium ulit. Kulang. Actually, naka-specify. Okay, so it's my negligence. Specified here that ordered by protein, so the high protein foods appear first. Nakalagay pala na high protein foods appear first. And by default, the order of the sorting by default, or the order by default, is ascending. Ascending, which means from lowest to highest, lowest first to highest first, or from A to Z. So, pag nakalagay dito, high protein foods appear first. So, it should be in descending order. So, ang kulang ko is hindi ko na ilagay yung descending. Then, next. Actually, madali lang siya, pero pagka merong time limit talaga nakakalito. Lalo na pag ganun 1 minute. Okay. Kasi binabasa ko pa lang yung question, umaandar ka agad yung timer. So, pero ganun talaga sa mga actual. Return the names of the artists whose... okay, tama naman yan. So, yes. Then, return the names of British, South African, and... tama. Actually, iniisip ko kanina to in, pero somehow, nag-hesitate ako kasi hindi ko sure kung in or isi-select ko na naman siya. Pero sana pala tama. So, yun. Okay. Hi, hello, Noning Man. Thank you for always dropping by. So with coding, we always have to be careful. Kaya lang, in actual application naman, we can always try to run the query so we can see if there is an error. So if there is an error, we can always go back to the query and recode it again. So it's just that here the assessment is the time limit is very quick. Nag-hesitate pa lang ako. I'm just having hesitations, tapos na yung oras. Okay. So, with the code, nilagay ko where nationality. Pero na-blanco ako. Iniisip ko in, pero nag-hesitate ako kasi hindi ko sure kanina kung simpleng in nga ba lang ang kailangan. So, tama pala. Kung tinype ko yung in, pero talagang ganun. Sige, okay. I guess, lagi kong sinasabi, what's important is malaman natin kung ano yung naging mali doon sa ginawa natin. Okay? So, next is, which artists have popularity values of 98? Halo-halo kasi yung ano. Okay, okay naman. Tama naman siya. Dami ko palang mali. The two tables, wine, region, and pairing, contain information on wines served in a restaurant and their corresponding to pairing. Using the information below, join the tables to find the pairing that goes with each wine and the price of the wine. Okay. Okay. Actually, because I'm more used to using the word clause, and I'm not very used to with the joining, with the inner join and the outer join. So, kaya mali yung clause na ginamit ko. Kasi nga, sanay akong gumamit ng were clause. So, when using the inner join, we should use the on clause. Because an alternative option for this query, which will return the same output, is select the columns, that column specified here from wine region, then wine region as W. Then instead of using the inner join, we can also use the comma, then pairing as P, then were. It would give the same answer. But I guess with this topic, since the topics discussed before includes the inner join, so we have to use on inner join, we have to use the on clause. Hello again. Thank you for staying. Then, okay, I'll skip this since correct answer. Then I'll skip it again. Grabe, ang dami ko pala mali sa dulo. Okay. Hindi, kasi sa dulo, na-blanko na ako. Hindi kasi ako sanay nga talaga sa ano. So, determine the total number of songs in the tracks table where the duration ms is above 100,000 milliseconds. So, okay. Kasi ang naging problema nito, nagtatype ako, biglang naubos siguro yung oras. So, alam ko na ito lang yung sagot, kaya lang, binabasa ko pa lang, na-submit agad. Hindi ko pa siya ini-enter. Yan, okay. So, at least, ano lang naman. Ito naman, okay. Let's skip this. Madami kong incorrect Order details table has a price item column that indicates the unit price of the product ordered. Create a new categorical variable. Ito medyo kaya pala. Okay. Kaya pala mali. Kasi hindi ko siya, I'll admit, hindi ko siya naintindihan yung, hindi ko naintindihan yung tanong. So, pag nagko-code ka, mahirap talagang magbigay ng tamang output pagka hindi mo naintindihan yung question. So, create a new categorical variable cost level that groups the prices into 3 bins. So So the keyword there is that groups the prices into three bins, which is the low, medium, and high. So for that, they used a low, medium, and high. Okay. So to get the three conditions, we have to use the case clause. So case when price item is less than 50, then the value cost level will return the low result. Then for the price item above greater than 50 and less than or equal to 100, it will return a medium result for the cost level. Then when the price item is greater than 100, it will turn the high result. So it's putting a case clause or conditional clause within the select statement. So ganon. Kapag ni-specify na yung grouping is merong mga sub-categories, doon papasok yung case clause. Okay. Kaya lang, yun nga, para sa level ko, masyadong mabilis yung time limit. Kasi 1 minute and 1.5 minutes is rather very quick. Sobra, no? Pag nag-aampaw nga tayo, 2.5 minutes. Tapos, ito, 1 minute lang. Sabihin nung nasa kabilang channel, ano yung ampaw. Okay. Then, another incorrect answer. Medyo malapit-lapit na. Okay. The order details table has a price item column. It indicates the unit price of the product ordered. Create a new categorical variable, cost level, that groups the prices into 3D. Ito na rin yun. Okay. So, as I've said earlier, we have to put the case conditional clause within the select query. So, kapag merong mga grouping na categories sa problem problem solving, we have to use the conditional clauses on the query. Find the rating for each TV show's title. Anong mali ko dito? Inner join rating as R. Yun na naman. Katulad kanina, sabi ko, hindi ako sanay sa gumamit ng inner join. Sanay ako sa were. So, yun ulit yung naging error ko. So, ngayon, maalala ko na kasi since puro mali yung sagot ko, instead of on, puro were yung nilagay ko. Ngayon maalala ko na ang partner ng inner join is on. It's just the proper use of syntaxes. But the logic is the same. Then count the number of times each artist ID appears in the tracks table. Group by artist ID. Group by artist ID lang yun. From tracks, select artist ID, count asterisk or as artist count from tracks. Group by artist ID. Medyo mahirap. Kaya naging mahirap siya kasi hindi mo makakategorize dun sa artist ID kung okay. Count the number of times each artist ID appears in the tracks table. Okay. So, since wala siyang duplication, so tama, na group by artist ID siya. Okay. Let's quit the assessment. So, yun. Okay. Introduction to Python. I-check ko tong introduction to importing data in Python. I-check on this.
Welcome to the first course on importing data in Python. My name is Hugo Anderson, and I'm a data scientist at Datacamp. In this course, you'll learn how to import data from a large variety of sources. For example, flat files such as TXTs and CSVs, files native to other software such as Excel spreadsheets, Stata, SAS and MATLAB files, relational databases such as SQLite and MySQL. We'll cover all of these topics in this course. First off, we're going to learn how to import basic text files, which we can broadly classify into two types of files. Those containing plain text, such as the opening of Mark Twain's novel, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, which you can see here.
Thank you so much.
Those containing records, that is, table data, such as Titanic.csv, in which each row is a unique passenger on board, and each column is a characteristic or feature, such as sex, cabin, and survived or not. The latter is known as a flat file, and we'll come back to these in a minute. In this section, we'll figure out how to read lines from a plain text file. So let's do it. To check out any plain text file, you can use Python's basic open function to open a connection to the file. To do so, you assign the file name to a variable as a string. Pass the file name to the function open, and also pass it the argument mode equals R, which makes sure that we can only read it. We wouldn't want to accidentally write to it, would we? Assign the text from the file to a variable text by applying the method read to the connection to the file. After you do this, make sure that you close the connection to the file using the command file.close. It's always best practice to clean while cooking. You can then print the file to the console and check it out using the command print text. A brief side note, if you wanted to open a file in order to write to it, you would pass it the argument mode equals W. We won't use that in this course, as this is a course on importing data, but it is good to know. You can avoid having to close the connection to the file by using a with statement. This allows you to create a context in which you can execute commands with the file open. Once out of this clause or context, welcome to the first course on importing data in Python. My name is Hugo Anderson, and I'm a data scientist at datacamp. In this course, you'll learn how to import data from a large variety of sources. For example, flat files such as TXTs and CSVs, files native to other software such as Excel spreadsheets, Stata, SAS and MATLAB files, relational databases such as SQLite and MySQL. We'll cover all of these topics in this course. First off, we're going to learn how to import basic text files, which we can broadly classify into two types of files. Those containing plain text, such as the opening of Mark Twain's novel The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, which you can see here. Those containing records, that is, table data, such as Titanic.csv, in which each row is a unique passenger on board, and each column is a characteristic or feature, such as sex, cabin, and survived or not. The latter is known as a flat file, and we'll come back to these in a minute. In this section, we'll figure out how to read lines from a plain text file. So let's do it. To check out any plain text file, you can use Python's basic open function to open a connection to the file. To do so, you assign the file name to a variable as a string. Pass the file name to the function open, and also pass it the argument mode equals R, which makes sure that we can only read it. We wouldn't want to accidentally write to it, would we? Assign the text from the file to a variable text by applying the method read to the connection to the file. After you do this, make sure that you close the connection to the file using the command file.close. It's always best practice to clean while cooking. You can then print the file to the console and check it out using the command close. It's always best practice to clean.
Pwede naman in actual application, pwede naman kasi ako sanay akong sinusulat ko para natatandaan ko. Pero in actual coding, you can always copy and paste. Then papalitan na lang natin yung values. Para ano, kaya lang for me lang dahil may edad na ako. Sanay akong sinusulat para natatandaan ko. Pero para mas madali, pwede natin i-copy-paste talaga to. Kaya lang, kasi dito sa user interface ni datacamp, hindi siya pwedeng mag-copy and paste. Pero syempre, yun nga, as I've said earlier, in actual in actual application ng coding, syempre pwedeng namang mag-copy and paste sa mga interface, ginagamit natin mga user interface. So, we can just copy and paste and replace the required values. This is just the remarks. Okay. So,
While cooking. You can then print the file to the console and check it out using the command print text. A brief side note, if you wanted to open a file in order to write to it, you would pass it the argument mode equals W. We won't use that in this course, as this is a course on importing data, but it is good to know. You can
we'll be using the mode. The mode parameter here is if the value is R, it is to write. Then if the value on the mode parameter is W, if it is R, the value is to read. Then if it is W, it is to write. But since we are in, as Hugo said, since we are importing data, so we have to read.
can avoid having to close the connection to the file by using a with statement. This allows you to create a context in which you can execute commands with the file open. Once out of this clause or context, the file is no longer open, and for this reason, with is called a context manager. What you're doing here is called binding a variable in the context manager construct. While still within this construct, the variable file will be bound to open file name R. It is best practice to use the with statement, as you never have to concern yourself with closing the file again. In the following interactive coding sessions, you'll figure out how to print files to the console. You'll also learn to print specific lines, which can be very useful for large files. Then we'll be back to discuss flat files, and then I'll show you how to use the Python package NumPy to make our job of importing flat files and numerical data a far easier beast to tame. Enjoy.
So in exploring our working dictionary directory, in order to import data into Python, we should first have an idea of what files are in our working directory. So, uh, IPython, which is running on datacamp servers, is a bunch of cool commands, including its magic commands. What are the magic commands? For example, starting a line with exclamation gives you complete system shell access. Okay, so this is Python, and I think IPython is the library. IPython. Complete shell access. So this means that the IPython magic command is the exclamation point ls. Okay. if if uh, there are on the other planet, on the other platform, which is Twitch, uh, it has, I guess, it has the stream elements. Actually, stream elements. Uh, I'm not sure if the stream elements is just for Twitch or if is just used by Twitch, but can also be used. I think it can also be used on other platforms because OBS OBS also uses on OBS we can also use the stream elements even without using it on Twitch. So I guess we can also use stream elements on other streaming purposes. But what I'm trying to say here is uh, I've seen the exclamation point used on stream elements to generate commands. So I guess it is the stream elements is using Python because it says here that in IPython the exclamation point is used to uh, used to access the shell, the complete shell access. So it says here that exclamation point ls will display the contents of your current directory. Then our task is to use the Python magic command exclamation point ls to check out the contents of our current directory and answer the following questions. Which of the following is in your working directory? Ganun. Ba't ganun? Nasagutan ko na yung iba. Ibig sabihin, i-skip ko to before. Okay. So, sabi rito, try daw natin. Put a space. I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay. So, upon entering the result, the the derived result is moby underscore dick.txt. So that's the answer. So the command asterisk ls will display the contents of your current directory. Then after that, importing entire text files. I guess I'll just check on this. Mahaba pala. Mahaba pala niya. Importing entire text files. In this exercise, we'll be working with the file mobydick.txt. That's the file name. So open a file. This is why this is the reason. The reason why I handwritten. I write the commands. It's because open the file name. Open a file. So open a file where the mode is to read. Okay. Then print it. Print. Okay. Then check whether the file is closed. Print file closed. Okay. Wait. For the instructions, open the file mobydick.txt as read only. And store it in the variable file. So it is stored in the variable file. Make sure to pass the file name enclosed in quotation marks. So the file name here is already enclosed in quotation marks. Then print the contents of the file to the shell using the print function. As Hugo showed in the video, we'll need to apply the method read to the object file. Okay. So we have to place here the dot read. File is to read the file. Oh, we have to be careful with. We have to use the dot. Then check whether the file is closed by executing print file.closed. Okay, close the file using the close method. So file.close. Okay, then check again that the file is closed as you did above. Then to check, have to print file dot closed. Closed. Okay. Closed. Okay, I think this is it. Have to run the code. Okay, so after running the code, thank you everyone. After running the code, now we have here the output displays the content of the file moby_dick.txt. Then just submit the answer. Yay! Have to continue. Then importing text files line by line. Siguro intro lang to. I-stop ko muna kasi ang unang lecture is puro practice test. Then intro to Python. So siguro ulitin ko, pero naka 32% na ako. Medyo mabilis-bilis na. Hindi. What exactly are flat files? Tingnan nga natin kung kaya kong tapusin ito hanggang bukas. Ang haba. Ilan bang nakalagay na rito? 4 hours? 4 hours. Okay. So, importing text files line by line. For large files, we may not want to print all of their content to the shell. You may wish to print only the first few lines. Enter the read line method, which allows you to do this. When a file called file is open, we can try to print out the first line by executing file.readline. If you execute the same command again, the second line will print and so on. In the introductory video, Hugo also introduced the concept of a context manager. He showed that we can bind a variable file by using a content manager construct. Okay, so I guess I'll just finish this one and then I have to stop. I have to eat my dinner. Context manager construct with open as file with open moby dick as file ink. Then, while still within this construct, the variable file will be bound to open. Thus, to print the file to the shell, and all the code you need to execute is read, open, hack, fin, txt as file, then print file, read line as file. So, for the instructions, open using the with context and the variable file. Print the first 3 lines of the file to the shell by using read line 3 times within the context manager. Oh, okay. Read line 3 times. So, wait. Read line. Ah. Have to use the file dot read line. Can I copy and paste or not? Copy. Ah! What happened? It closes. It closes the data camp. Pabalik na. Pero, paano yun? Na-close yung aking history. Okay. Okay. I'll just continue this later. Anyway, I think
Now you know how to import.
just continue this later. Thank you, everyone. I'll just be eating my dinner. Then how do I end this now? Stop streaming.